Dear Ashley, so I am absolutely in love with your last video, mainly because it makes me seem like that crazy friend with a ton of crazy stories. Which is just 100% true. I cannot believe it, but I totally fulfill that social role. I am, in fact, the crazy friend with the not so backstory. But there's one that would have been an excellent addition to your Two Truths and a Lie, which I got right, but whatever. My mom was super proud that she got it right, but I'm like, you're my mom, so you don't count. But anyway, there was a story that I feel like you could have added to that, and nobody would know whether I was lying or not. So I'm gonna tell it. It's actually really short, sweet, just like this video. Um, my my parents are divorced, and I was visiting my dad. He lives in Missouri. He lives like 9 hours from where I am now, and like 6 hours from Morton. And so I was down there. We were going to a funeral. Yes, we were going to a funeral. It was like my dad's uncle, so like my great uncle, I think. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago, and this is gonna sound really callous, but I didn't really know the guy. We just went out of respect because I was related to him. Yada yada. So before that, before I had even like gotten to Missouri, um, my stepmom, Christy, had broken her leg. She like fell and like broke it in like a hole in the ground. I don't know. I don't remember. But I do remember that she spent the entire time that she was like on bed rest, like um playing Zelda. She beat the game, which was just fantastic. But yeah, she played A Link to the Past and beat it like twice or something. I don't know. But moral of the story, her leg was broken, and so we're like loading up the car to go, and she had crutches, and she's already in the passenger seat, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just take your crutches and I'll throw them in the back. So I threw them in the trunk of the van, so like the hatchback of the van that we were taking, and all of a sudden I'm back there putting these crutches away, and the van starts moving and like hits me. And I'm like fine. Like I no physical damage done at all. But I kind of like saw the hatch which was still open, and I ducked and rolled like out of the way because I was afraid. I was more afraid of the door than the actual like vehicle moving in my general direction. And apparently, it had looked like my dad, who was driving, saw me like just go down in the mirror. So the van stops, and I'm just like, oh god, I don't want to get hit in the face by this hatch. Okay, like I really don't. And the van stops, and my dad comes out of the driver's side. My stepmom comes out of the passenger side. Dad is like sprinting, and my stepmom is like hobbling as best she can with her little like cast, her little walking brace thing, and they're both coming at me at like different speeds. So like Dad gets to me first, and then Christy's like, ah, by the time she gets to me, because she's you know crippled, and I'm like fine, but I'm crying because I don't know what's happened. I'm like in tears. I'm like, I don't know. Did I get hit by the car? Is everybody okay? Is the door still open? My dad is freaking out. Like he just gives me this great big hug. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And Christy's just sitting there like, like massaging her foot, which is still in repair. And then I look in the back seat, and Kayla and Maggie, my two stepsisters, are just laughing. Like they have collapsed. They are dying. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't even know. Am I okay? I don't think there's been any damage done. I don't know. So yeah, that's the story of how my dad hit me with a car. And it's really not that bad. That makes it sound like this huge abusive situation. No. No. I made it look really bad. But yeah, my dad hit me with a car. So that would have been a good addition to your Two Truths and a Lie. And I'm really excited that I'm, this insane person with all these crazy stories. So yeah. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sorry I didn't give you much to go off of for your next video, but I figured I'd tell this one because it hasn't been told very much. So, anyway, love you. Probably wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie in the middle of June. And trust me, it's not because my apartment's cold. Because my apartment feels like hellfire. Because I have a flair for the dramatic.